Stephen, tell us, how long had you been suffering from the symptoms of knee arthritis, and how did it affect your life on a day-to-day basis?
Well, for the last 2 years, when I was walking, it used to hurt when I walked, and I was walking slower. And I just started to think it's getting worse and worse. I just didn't really know what to do. I just couldn't understand where the pain was coming from. In general, it's just down my legs, kind of in my hips and in my knees, but I couldn't really pinpoint it. But it was just awful.
How's it affecting you at work?
Was just slower, and the frustration and being in constant pain.
You're a bricklayer, aren't
Yeah.
you? So. Okay. Specifically, what sort of symptoms did you experience in the knee, and what sort of activities day to day aggravated them? Was it walking, getting up from sitting, turning in bed?
Well, it's everything really. I kind of felt like a 90-year-old man. That's the only thing I can say what it felt like. I just felt slower, older, and starting like I couldn't be bothered or couldn't do things. It was just frustrating.
And how did the pain affect you at night? I remember you mentioned you had to come downstairs to occupy yourself.
Once I woke up in the night, I used to get to sleep okay. Once I woke up, I'd find I'd have a restless leg. I'd keep moving my legs just slightly, just to, I don't know, make me feel better. And then they'd ache, and I just would never get back to sleep. And that would be it.
And you had to come downstairs to occupy yourself watching DVD series just to try and get back to sleep.
It was a cross between slight pain and just annoyance. Couldn't get to sleep because there was just no pain to keep you awake. But it was inside. You couldn't do anything about it.
So when you received your X-ray scan results, what was your doctor's plan of action for you? What did he say?
His answer was to live on ibuprofen for the rest of my life, and then he could give me other tablets to counteract the damage that they could do to your stomach, and that's about it. And I would need new hips and new knees, but I'm too young, so I'd have to wait till it's really bad. Wonderful. What a great future.
So how did you first come across Prolozone injections, and what was your initial thoughts on them?
I just kept looking on the internet for the symptoms, looking for what was wrong with me as such before I went to the doctor, and I found Prolozone people on the internet in America, and I found it originally started in Germany after the First World War, and I just kept looking and wait until I could find someone in the end, and I was going to go to America, and then I found you by chance, and thought, well, that's it. I've looked into it and that many times, and I've seen demonstrations of people who've had the treatment. I thought, well, that's for me. I've got to try it.
Brilliant. So you reported you experienced a reduction in intensity of your symptoms by almost 50% after just the first treatment, and I think it was after just 4 injections you were almost completely pain-free with just the odd painless click in your knee every now and then. How would you describe the difference this treatment has made to your knees and just your general life in general compared to when you first came in for a consultation?
Well, all I can say is within 48 hours or 3 days, I could sleep through the night. No pain. It was fantastic. And my knees don't creak as much. And I just felt stronger. And now I've got to the point I'm not even thinking about my knees. I'm feeling like, I would say they're 90% now, and they seem to be getting better all the time, but I don't even think about them now.
Brilliant. Brilliant. How do you describe this psychological and emotional effect that the success of the treatment has had on you? As you mentioned in your initial consultation, that your symptoms were really getting you down.
The difference between quality of life and not quality of life. You know, you're in constant pain, and you start to live with it and realise you're just wincing with the pain. You're not in a very good mood. My wife's noticed the change in me. I'm just a more relaxed, back to my old self.
Brilliant. And what would you say to someone that has stumbled across Prolozone on the internet but just is hesitant to try it for themselves?
Well, I can only speak for myself. and it's the best thing that's ever happened. You know, I honestly don't know. I would have had to pack in doing the job that I do because I wouldn't be able to do it. That's just the way it is. And now I'm getting to the point I'm not even thinking how I thought before. I'm just okay. I sleep fine. I work okay. Still got the odd little twinge, but it's still getting less and less. It's just groundbreaking. It's the difference between me having a decent life and carrying on working and doing everything. I mean, not only work, but I walk miles and look after 2 acres of land at home. I've got a fantastic garden, and I spend miles walking around it. And I couldn't even do that, and now I can do that without even thinking. And I'm just back to my normal self.
Great. Thanks, Stephen.